Is NIO stock doomed? One of the most renowned short seller, Citron Research by Andrew, is actually attacking NIO stock. It's a bubble, it's overpriced. All about that and much more in this vlog. After you smash that subscribe button, let's dive first into the NIO stock. I want to show you how crazy of a ride we had the last couple of months. The last 3 months, so the last quarter, we went. And now, hold your horses and sit down. From $14.05 until the highest point that I have seen for the NIO stock was at 48.3. This was, for the closing of the day. Even intraday it went up, I think 53. But let's further dive into it in a second. But you can see here 243% in a quarter, 243% in 1 quarter. What happened? So first of all, there is this hype on EV market. Everything that is EV is cool after Tesla just had such a great run, but not every stock is a Tesla stock, right? Every company need to go through all the challenges that Tesla went through as well. And if some of them didn't make it through the EV filter to the gray filter, they will die out, okay? So this is number one. Second of all, NIO just had unbelievable numbers, so great growth. They will have the great earnings, maybe. So it will be interesting to see how the further pathway for NIO stock will be from here. But let's go further into the performance of the highest price that we have seen. And as you can see, we saw a price on the 13th of November, which was Friday, of almost $54, guys. Okay, this is just insane. And exactly on this date, almost exactly, there was the company called Citron Research, which is one of the, in my personal opinion, and those who are there, the Tesla OGs, know this guy, okay? Andrew from Citron Research. I feel from all the short sellers out there, this guy and his team is maybe one of the smartest one, okay? They started to short sell Tesla as well. They didn't understand the story. But what then they did was very remarkable, because they saw that Tesla is much more than just an EV company. It's a trend, it's a brand. It's absolutely, people love it. They will do everything for Tesla. They buy everything by Tesla. It's a cult with a leader that is so charismatic, Elon Musk, and that, having so many different enemies out there, like the oil industry, like the car industry. And he saw that and he said, we didn't saw that and we didn't expect this to change, but now we are long Tesla, okay? Imagine a short seller that is specialized in shorting this kind of stocks is actually shorting first the stock and then seeing all of this turnaround and then changing the course. And this is smart. This need some balls, guys, and that's why I think that this is, one of the better and more intelligent short sellers out there. And they came out with a research report that we will dive in the next section. But basically what they are saying is that NIO will go down to 25. And so what happened to the stock? The stock fell absolutely down. Since the recent high, we lost already 17.5%. So I'm quite excited how this turns out. Let's dive into the report of Citron Research. So here we go into the main story of NIO and Citron Research. The funny part is actually that Citron Research was first a bull of NIO. Can you imagine? A bull turned a bear. Let's dive into the story. So NIO. Citron pulls the plug on NIO 2 years after our controversial recommendation. Price tag $25. Now, 2 years ago, NIO was trading at $7 when Citron recommended buying the stock, as the company and its charismatic leader William Li intrigued us. You know what I mean. After a rocky road of trading, NIO has found itself in uncharted territory that can never be justified by its current standing in the China EV market or its near-term prospects. And the recent mania of investors flocking to electric car makers in China shows no deeper understanding of a market that is marked by price cuts. What makes NIO stock most vulnerable at these levels are two main points, okay? So let's stop right here first. This is something very similar to the first part what we discussed, that Citron was first a bear on Tesla and then went bull. Here it's the other way around, okay? So they were first bull, then turned into a bear, which is quite interesting. So I think that here it's a very important point. There is always this very interesting understanding of people out there in the market that if there's a trend, people jump on all the stocks out there, okay? Look what happened to Tesla. This company can copy it. And this is very, very dangerous, guys. This can inflate prices for stock quite heavily. And therefore, you know, I think that it's important to understand that what comes now in the report. So first of all, he's going into the Tesla model China pricing, that he says that, you know, the brand of Tesla in China is just so stronger that it is more likely that people having, you know, the price relevance there understandable will turn rather to a Model Y than to a ES6 hatchback model. So I think that's number one point. Then the share structure. While we commend Bailey Gifford, love these people, and early investors, right now we are looking at the share structure and an investor base that is more interested in spinning a casino wheel. While the float is open after years of trading, the short interest is almost at a 2-year low. So, you know, here they are trying to emphasize how many people thinks actually, you know, how crazy it is that the stock is not too much shorted at this area. So, you know, he's seeing a potential here where he don't see any much of a short squeeze then at the end of the day, if you can follow me. And, you know, in the conclusion, they're actually going into something like that people are buying NIO not because of the understandable of the business, of the product, of the financials. They are rather buying the 3 letters that they're seeing as potential successor. So yeah, just be aware, guys. I know, you know, stocks can be crazy and NIO can go further and further, and it can be, and it is a 10x stock, right? We talked about it, that it could be a 10x stock, and it became a 10x stock over the last 3 months. But now it's getting into very dangerous waters, guys, okay? So just make sure you secure your position, stop losses, however, or just sell it, you know, whatever is important for you, because it cannot go on like this for another 1000%, right? Except, you know, we are seeing a huge crash afterwards. But yeah, it's definitely something that will be interesting in the next couple of weeks. But let's jump into the conclusion of the video. Okay, in the conclusion, I would like to remind you that smashing that like button is heavily important for me in this channel. I highly appreciate this. You get everyday free, very much content on all the things happening on the stock market to make you the better investor. Now, I would like to go a little bit or take a few sentences out of this report that we just dived into and talk about, you know, that sometimes people don't buy the companies, and indeed they buy the stickers, they buy the 3 letters. And I personally think also, you know, NIO has now a lot of things to prove, and if NIO should continue this crazy ride with a fantastic earnings report, for example, I might consider, just out of fun, to establish maybe a small short position, you know, because then it's just unbelievable. If Tesla is valued revenue to market cap on the 13 times, and NIO, the last time I checked, was more than 60 times, then there is something wrong, okay? Then I believe then there is something wrong. It cannot be that NIO with less potential than Tesla And I'm standing to that. I know some people will say, you know, in the comments, no, NIO has more potential and so on, and China will back NIO more. But guys, you know, Tesla is such a fantastic pioneering project for the US and Chinese government, because on the one side it shows US that, you know, companies want to use those Asian counterparts and creating these huge factories out there to ship, you know, anywhere in the world, like Apple is already doing. And on the other side, you know, the Chinese governments will do everything to bring more and more industry to China, and they will not, I'm telling you this, they will not do anything to slow down Tesla. I think that it will be totally opposite, that they will enhance how Tesla will perform, because, you know, the banks are profited, they're creating thousands and thousands of jobs, and it shows you that China is a nice place to have your company. You have a huge facility over there to produce and send all over the world. So don't worry, guys, you know. And NIO, on the other hand, yes, of course, it's, you know, a Chinese brand, a Chinese company, but you have like a handful of them already there. You know, you have XPeng and other companies out there. So, you know, Tesla is something special, guys.